Hey everyone, it's Andy, and I'm super excited to finally show you guys my 2002 Lexus IS that I used to pretend to be a fast driver and know what I'm doing when I'm at the track. The few times that I'm at the track. But yeah, super excited to finally make a video on this car. Let's go for a ride, and then we'll talk about it. This is my 2002 Lexus IS300 OEM manual. What else? 207,000 miles, so it's definitely up there. Swapped out some things, like as you can see the seat belt, because I never drive this car on the street. But yeah, let's just go for a little drive back home. We are out. So yeah, it's OEM manual. I switched out a few things. Clutch is a stage 2 from Action clutch. But other than that, and of course the little bit of interior stuff, and I added some gauges and stuff here and there. And a couple things in the engine bay. Of course, we'll talk about that. Suspension is all done. I'll get the car in the air because I do have my track tires and my track pads still on, and I don't like driving those whenever I'm just on the street, and the tires are pretty much dead. It still drives great on the street. Even the streets of LA here, you know, it's not the best daily driver. Yeah, whenever I do drive it, I still love this thing. But yeah, let's make our way back to the garage. All right, well here it is. We're back home. So yeah, so here's the quick overview. Let me go pick up the camera, and we'll kind of go front to back. We'll start in the engine bay, and then we'll look at everything else, whatever else there is to look at. So this is my engine bay. Right off the bat, just some changes. It's a K&N intake. It doesn't really do much, but you get cool intake noises. That's kind of all I really care about. I haven't really tested if I get bad heat soak or not, but yeah, it seems to be doing okay, and the noises are cool, I guess. Also, the coil rad radiator, swapped that out from the OEM one. Just I didn't want the plastic to crack while I was at the track or something. The next notable thing is usually there is a hydraulic power steering pump right here, and as you can see, I actually have a dummy pulley. That is because this is converted to electronic power steering, and I'll put a picture of it somewhere on screen, or maybe I'll just cover the screen. It actually replaces the steering column. It's made by ePower Steering. I'll put their website here. Yeah, check them out if you want a full bolt-on electronic power steering conversion. The only thing you have to buy is this pulley, and converting your steering rack to a manual rack, which actually I can also put pictures on. But yeah, that's actually what this little braided cable is. That goes to the power steering, which is kind of cool. Don't have to worry about another fluid boiling. That is a problem on IS300s. Also, if you look way down there, there's that little copper fitting right there. Or is it copper? Yellow? Gold? That is a oil sandwich plate. As you can see, the lines are running here. That is because I have an oil cooler. It's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see it behind there. Just for the track. So it's an oil cooler, and then a couple sensors. And that is actually hooked up to this gauge right here. This is a gauge by Flock. It's a multi-sensor gauge, and you can customize the screens and stuff. So I have a picture of my dog with the pressure and temperature just whenever I'm at the track. And the oil cooler definitely helps. Even with the cooler, I was getting like 240 degrees Fahrenheit at the track, so I can only imagine what I was running without it. And that was the first time running with it. Other engine bay things. I forgot what this is. This is just a little connector for the turbocharger because I never drive this car and the battery dies. But speaking of battery, this is a Noco NLP30. So it's a lithium battery. It replaces the big heavy, this is actually the old one right here, the big heavy lead acid ones. So this is like a 3-pound battery or something, like 2 or 3 pounds. So it cuts the weight by like tenfold from the other battery, and it's a little bit smaller. The OEM brace didn't really hold it very secure, so I just took a piece of like bar stock and cut it, and yeah, that holds really well now. So yeah, that thing is not going anywhere. It's a little cheater battery that's less than $200. Next thing, I posted a little short about it, but here's the Project EKP header heat shield, and you can't see it because the heat shield is covered, but I do have some aftermarket headers as well. One more thing, the brake master cylinder brace. This is actually also 3D printed. I think it's some sort of carbon fiber reinforced something, but it's super strong, holds up to heat. I've had this on for maybe a year and a half now. Went to a few track days with it, definitely could notice the difference. This is made by a guy on Instagram. His name is Jeremy Tarosian. But yeah, as far as engine bay stuff, it's not much. I try to keep it as stock as I can, just changing out, doing maintenance and stuff on coils, and like all the wires are redone, and I've had to replace like hoses here and there that are just get brittle. But yeah, I try to keep it as stock as I can, just for reliability, and it's been great. I haven't really had to do much. Had to reseal some things, but that's just old car stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at the interior. All right, so the interior. So interior right off the bat is the seats. These are Corbeau FX1 Pros. They're pretty comfy. Definitely not as comfy as like if you've ever sat in like pole positions, the Recaro pole positions, like those are comfy. But it fits me kind of okay. I'm pretty small, so I actually think these are a little big for me. But they're mounted up to Street Faction brackets. These are with the slider. Yeah, the harnesses are Schroth harnesses. So this is the Schroth 4-point ASM. I wanted the ASM just because right now I'm not running an anti-submarine belt, but I do need to get around to that. But oh man, okay, so that was the other thing I was gonna go over, but then that happens all the time. But anyway, the harness. Yeah, eventually I am gonna convert this to a 6-point and put in the anti-submarine belt. I'll do that around the same time that I do the roll bar. And speaking of bar, I'm just running a harness bar right now. Definitely not ideal, but I'm gonna get it changed out sooner rather than later. And it's really dusty, I just noticed. I didn't clean it very well. I'll have to go back and do that. Yeah, I'll show you guys a video of why it's dusty. Alright, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that video of me spinning out at Button Willow. But yeah, so what fell? That was my phone holder. This is a RAM quick grip with just some RAM mount stuff. The suction cup is actually from my Garmin. I just like it better. It's a little bit lower profile than some of the other ones, and that usually goes right here. But with the heat and like the air in the suction cup expanding and contracting, it falls off sometimes, and it just so happened to fall off while I was filming, and I don't want to redo it. But yeah, usually that goes there. I take it off for the track. I don't really need it because I have a Garmin. It's a Garmin Catalyst. Alright, so yeah, Garmin Catalyst. So So if you guys don't know what this is a lap timer. And the cool thing about this, let me figure out how to get in the car without killing myself. Alright. So the cool thing about this is just a magnetic mount. So I can take this, just slap it on, and now this is about what I can see. So whenever I'm driving, I can just look over and it tells me my lap times. And the cool thing is it has a little review. So don't look at my slow times. I can go here and go, this is the last session or the last day I was there. And I can be like, hey, this was my best time. Where can I improve? And so you have, oh, the glare is so bad. So I can come in here and be like, oh, let's look at my opportunities. And it says, hey, you can save 0.66 seconds by doing these things. So you can like, so it'll tell you like, oh, I broke 3 feet earlier with a faster entry speed, and then I can apex earlier, and then for speed I come in faster, so and then I exit faster. So I can look at it and be like, hey, if I do this, then I save 0.66 seconds, which is pretty cool. It is not a lap analyzer, so I can't tell you like, oh, you need to brake earlier here if you haven't done it yet. So you can only see what you've already done, if that makes sense. But it's a cool little thing for the track. Of course, you can always use your phone as a lap timer, but having something like this is pretty cool, I think. All right, so I did show you the gauge earlier. The gauge is down here. Manual, of course. And then over here, we have this knob. And this knob is actually what controls how much power steering assist I get. So it's pretty cool with the electronic power steering. I can turn it all the way down, and it's not completely off, so it's not a manual rack, but it does turn it off enough that like you get that feeling of a manual rack. Or I can turn it all the way up, and you can literally just like turn it with your finger. It's super easy to turn on, so your maximum assist. Speaking of steering wheel, this is my Momo. I think it's the Mod 7, I believe. I think, maybe. I'll put on screen if it's not a Mod 7. But yeah, on an energy, quick release and hub. I do want to get it changed out. So, you know, all the people that like the dings and stuff. But I try to take care of it as much as I can, just so it doesn't fail or anything. But it's been working great for me. Puts it at I like the deep dish because my arms are short, so I like having it at this distance, which was pretty nice. In here as well is I have a little fire extinguisher, just a little what is this, like 5 pound? I can't remember what class this is, but yeah, just a little fire extinguisher because especially for the track, you never really know. And of course, for the track, you need some track numbers. So these track numbers are from trackdecals.com. I think they did a really good job. Looks very professional. Just wish the person driving it looked professional. But anyway, wheels. These are my track wheels. These are Enki RPF 1s, 17 by 9 plus 35, and with a 245/40 17 tire. And it fits pretty good. I think with the 3.5 degrees of camber, it looks pretty nice. And same 3 degrees in the rear. But, as you can see here, these tires are starting to go. They're starting to peel away a little bit. So button wheel is a pretty driver side tire heavy track, just because the two really long sweepers are both right-handers. Yeah, both of these tires are done. That's kind of hard to see because it's bright. But yeah, here's the same wheel tire setup. 3 degrees camber in the rear, and then 3.5 up front. And these perform really. Oh, you can kind of see it. There you go. So yeah, these perform really, really well. I have, what, 6 or 7 track days on them now, and they're finally dead. So yeah, in the rear, tow hook by B Engineering. I had one in the front, forgot to mention that as well. Just a little tow hook for the truck. Exhaust setup is a Vibrant exhaust here, and a Vibrant resonator. You know, let's get the wheels off. Suspension. Currently running Fortunato 510s. These are 18K springs in the front, 16K in the rear. As you can see from the blue, running Cuzco adjustable camber upper control arms, just so I can get to that 3.5 degrees of camber. Maybe I'll do a little bit more depending on how the wear is on the next set of tires. But for brakes, these are, I want to say they're centric rotors. Maybe they're AutoZone. I actually can't remember. They're either centric or AutoZone. Just regular old blanks. But yeah, I haven't had a problem with them. I'm sure it could be a little bit better. For pads, I'm running G-Lock brakes. I think it's the R10s, I believe, is what I'm running. But these brakes are really nice. Stops really good for the track. Handles the heat really well. They are not great for dailying. I haven't really had too much of a noise or anything problem, but I have a few friends that run them, and they're really loud, and they squeal, and it sounds like you're running sandpaper. They grind whenever you're coming to a stop. So yeah, definitely not a daily pad, but for the track, it's been great. Now these are OEM calipers. Do not have a big brake, because another product from Product EKP is this air diverter. So it just bolts onto the existing dust shield here, and it just provides a little bit more coverage just to direct air into the back of the rotor and then through the rotor, just to help with cooling. And I haven't had any problems with heat while I'm at the track, and that's with hot days or 25 30-minute sessions. Never had the brake pedal. Never really had it go soft on me, which is great. Running Eibach sway bars, front and rear. Non-adjustable in the front, and then in the rear I'm running the softest setting. You can see that. Running the softest setting back there. And like I said before, Fortunato 510s. Yeah, same thing back here. Just normal AutoZone or centric from Rock Auto rotors. And then G-Lock R10 pads in the rear. I also have stainless brake lines, also front and rear are both stainless, and that's really it. Everything else is bushings have been replaced, so I think these are the only ones that are still rubber, but everything else is the poly. Might be easier to see up front, but these, those are poly. Those are whatever the Cuzco's came with. All the other control arms are poly now too. There's the brake line. Where is it? Here it is, the stainless brake line. And yeah, for suspension, that's really it. I'll go ahead and put the pads back, or I'll swap the pads, put the wheels, put these wheels away. I do need to get the tires off of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and put it back to daily form. Alright, so brakes are done. My daily setup is the PowerStop Z26 front, and I actually don't know what I'm running in the rear. I think it's some just Akebono something that I got off Rock Auto, but here are the daily wheels. So these are the rears. So this is a staggered set. So it's 17 by 8.5 in the rear, plus 42. And then these are the fronts. It's 17 by 7.5, I think, plus 42. So pretty conservative setup on just some 225 45s in the front, and then and then 245. These are 245 45s. Yeah, these are actually the wrong size for the rear, but I didn't know what I was doing back then. So I've had these for a few years now, and they look almost brand new. So I really don't drive this car very much. I think yeah, these are pretty old tires. Got these whenever I got this set of wheels. I actually got these for a steal. These are work CR Kais. So this is the original Kais, not the Kawamis. Yeah, I think I got this set for like 400 bucks. So it was pretty cheap. But I do like the white wheel on the black car. That's pretty good. So I'll throw those on real quick. And that should be it for converting it back to daily driving. So here we are, right back where we started, and back in its form that it's in 90% of the time. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. We did a lot. We went over a lot of stuff and got everything switched back. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for more Lexus content. I definitely want to do some more with it. Whether it's maybe we'll try some like just vlog style stuff, or just whenever I'm working on it, or changing fluids and stuff, or whenever we're out on the track. So definitely keep an eye out. But yeah, thanks for watching today, and yeah, we'll definitely be seeing you around.